What is going on, everybody? Listen, it is your boy Trey Sense, better known as LL Cool Trey, better known as your boy Trey Belafonte, the GOAT. That's right, the GOAT, the greatest of all Treys. You pick one, but it's your boy Trey Sense. Man, listen, we finna have a good time over here. So, what we gonna talk about real quick? Rack stores. Rack stores is a really, really good place to buy fragrances. The thing about rack stores, a lot of times it is hit or miss. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than what most people do. Oh, before I get into this, the GOAT needs you to like, share, and sub. Again, we're talking about the greatest of all trades, baby. I'm including Walmart in this as a box store because you can definitely buy fragrances at Walmart, and honestly it's probably the most solid place to get a certain specific fragrance house, and yeah, that's the best way to put it. Now I'm going to talk to you about a few different fragrances, a few different lines of whatever you want to call them, what houses, lines, whatever. I didn't include everything that I've picked up at the box stores. I just wanted to include some fragrances that I have seen multiple times on a regular basis and that I think are staples at these box stores. By the box stores, TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington, Burks or Bells, whichever one you still have. My Burks just turned to Bells. Again, Walmart, Ross. Did I say Ross? I don't know if I say Ross. Yeah, those are the stores I'm talking about. So I mentioned Walmart. You can also get this one at Walgreens. Yes, at Walgreens as well. The house is Cremo, and I have a couple of offerings from the house of Cremo. This one is iced citron and driftwood. This one is spiced and black vanilla. I think I actually won this one in a bet on the Notre Dame South Carolina bowl game. This one is sandalwood and suede. This one is blue cedar and cypress. And the thing I like about Cremo, however you say it, and this one is Distiller's Blend. Now I'm going to take credit for something. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I was one of the first reviewers, if not the first reviewer, to talk about Cremo fragrances. I came up on the one that smells like a Ventus, and the name of it completely escapes my mind right now. It's been so long ago. What was it? Birch? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh man, I see it right there. Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that. Well, hold on. Y'all bear with me. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. That's why you're watching my video. Ooh. Oh, I wish my eyes were better. I could see it and tell you what it was. Anyway, you know the one I'm talking about. It, to me, when I first smelled it, it was a clone of Creed Ventus, and it sparked a lot of controversy because I said it was a clone. Some people said it wasn't, and then it was just this big old thing. And the next thing you know, Cremo was everywhere, blowing up. But yeah. Now, the thing I like about Cremo is the bottles are very easy, very simplistic, but they, to me, are good looking bottles. I love the way that Cremo is etched in the glass. To me, that gives it a classy touch. If I were going to start a fragrance company, this is one of the bottle styles that I would go with. It's just simple, easy, and simplistic. And these fragrances smell really, really good. This one's a little bit spicy. I think it's good for the fall and the winter. I haven't worn it much. I did get this one at, where did I get this one? Did I find this one at Ross? No, maybe Marshall's. If you get these at Walmart, I think they're $17 or $18. If you get them at Walgreens, I think they're $24, $25. Walgreens only had a few. They had this one. The ones that I think are part of the Distiller's Blend series. They're a little bit cheaper at Walmart. If you get them at the other box stores, Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls, and places like that, they're around $12 or $13. The scent profile for that price point is really good. It really is good. This is a great place to start a fragrance collection, no matter which one you get. Again, that was this part of the Distiller's Blend. This one is spice and black vanilla. That's good. That's really, really good. And it's just what it says, spice and vanilla. Excuse me, black vanilla. Very, very smooth, very creamy. Easy to wear fragrance. I like it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Spice Bomb. It's a very smooth and buttery fragrance. It's a little bit more buttery than Spice Bomb. But nonetheless, it's a good fragrance. Again, another good one for the wintertime. I haven't worn it a whole lot, but you know, it is what it is. That's a good fragrance right there. And again, talking about this one, sandalwood and suede. Oh, that's nice right there. That's nice. This one is a little bit more for the spring and summer, I think. Man, that smells good. I might have to make that my scent of the day. I apologize if you heard that 18-wheeler going up the highway or down the highway. It's a beautiful night here in Alabama, so I've got my window open, letting some of the cool air in, so you're gonna hear the sounds of the world coming in, but it is what it is. That's nice. This one right here, to me, may be the sexier of the ones that I've just sprayed. Sandalwood and suede. It is definitely smooth, and you definitely pick up on that wood. But I think this one lends itself to more of a spring and summer than the aforementioned ones. But nonetheless, all of these are really, really good fragrances. Was it this one? Iced Citron, a blue cypress and cedar. This is iced citron and driftwood. I don't know what I called it a minute ago. I wore one of these to work one night. I want to say it was this one. And I forgot I had it on, and the lady was sniffing and was like, "Oh, you smell so good. What is that?" It was Cremo. And to think, if you find these, oh, that smells good. If you find these fragrances at the right place, then you can definitely get them at a really good price. I mean, all 5 of them that I've got here could be had for under 65 bucks if you get them at the right place. Because I'm pretty sure I got the Distiller's Blend at Marshall's as well, so I don't think it was any more than 15 bucks. So, and that's a pretty good price. This blue cedar and cypress. Yeah, this one definitely has a cologne masculine vibe to it. Not the reinvention of the wheel. Maybe this one I wore to work. One of them I wore to work and caught the nose of a young lady. So, but you definitely pick up on the blue cedar in the top of it. That's good. They're all really, really good. They all smell great for the price point. They definitely smell more expensive than what they are. And again, these look good in the collection. Very simplistic. Very easy to wear. And again, those can be had at the major box stores, including Walmart, Walgreens. I know Target used to sell them, but I don't think Target sells them anymore. But they are definitely really good fragrances. Okay, moving along to this next one. This next house is one You may be able to pick some of their fragrances up at Walmart, especially some of the older ones. I know you can get some of the older ones, but some of the newer stuff, not so much. But the house is Calvin Klein. And these are the last 2 Calvin Klein purchases that I have made. And they are CK Everyone and CK All. Now these are on 2 different ends of the spectrum. With this one you have a white floral. With this one you have your typical nice, clean, fresh citrus fragrance. The one thing that both of them have in common, this one has been running a little bit more expensive. I was fortunate enough to find this one at my local Bell's, marked down. It didn't even say that it was marked down. It still had the full price on it, and it was this big 6.7 ounce with a 50 ml. I was gonna buy it anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. I'll pay the $49 for it. Got up to the counter, rung it up, and I think it rung up 30. So yeah, I ended up giving the 50 ml away and kept the 6.7. But this one, I don't have any place to spray, guys. I'll just put it in the air, as it is smelling good over here. Maybe traffic. Oh, maybe the traffic could dry down. Boy, you could start a fire with this bad boy. Why is it going that way? I'm pretty sure this one is unisex, and I can see it. Do I like it? I do. I really like the way this fragrance smells. Performance leaves something to be desired, but I like it. I think it's a really good smelling fragrance. Nice, crisp, fresh. I think it's perfect for this time of the year. I think it will go good in the hotter part of the day as we enter into late summer, early fall. I think it would go great in the hotter part of the day, and it would do well, smell great in the cooler evening. I was just thinking about a hoodie because it's almost hoodie time, but I really do like this fragrance. I think this is one that gets overlooked a lot. I've seen some other reviewers say it was basic and all of that stuff. Is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, it's your typical crisp, fresh, airy, freshy. But does it smell good? To me, it does. To me, this smells good. It just has a super, super chill, relaxed, casual, almost icy type of vibe. And I like it, especially for the price point that I paid for it. CK Everyone. And mentioning CK because you can just about go anywhere and pick up a CK fragrance. Again, Walmart, all the aforementioned places, Burke's, Burlington, Bell's, Ross, Marshalls, all of them. All TJ Maxx, you'll be able to go in there and pick up at least one Calvin Klein fragrance, whether it's from the CK line, one of the unisex fragrances, whether it's an oldie but a goodie, CK Shock, or whether it's a super old one in Eternity and Obsession, which again, and you know the Defy, they were making their rounds again. Both the EDT and the EDP were making their rounds around the rack stores, and those are some really, really good fragrances to pick up. I should have put them in this video, but I had my mind on the CK line. But Defy is definitely a fragrance from the house of Calvin Klein that is making its way around the rack stores that you will be able to pick up at a really, really good price. It seems like I got one for maybe $30. Maybe I got them both for 30, both the EDT and the EDP, because I got the EDT first and then came up on the EDP. But they are both really, really good fragrances, and they smell, again, for the price point that you'll get them at rack stores, they smell really, really good. So keep a lookout for CK fragrances. That was CK Everyone. I just talked about Defy and Defy the EDP. I don't have them out, but you know, it is what it is. And then CK All. This one is definitely more unisex. I do think it may lean slightly more feminine. The reason for that is because I think it has a white floral note in there, and I do think it leans a little bit more feminine than CK Everyone, but it smells good. It does. It definitely smells good. The florals in it, the white florals in it, just makes it smell extremely fresh and extremely clean. And that's exactly what you expect from a CK fragrance, especially one that's a part of the CK1 line, whether it's excuse me, whether it's CK1 or CK All or CKB. You expect it to be slightly unisex, and this one is no exception. It does smell good. I do think it definitely lends itself to warmer climates, the first part of the spring or the summer, or being worn by a woman. But I definitely think a man can wear this, and I think if you like it, you should wear it. That's just what I think. I think it smells good, and I want to say I got this one for $25 or $26 for this big 6.7 ounce, and you can't beat that. But that's a house that you will regularly see at most of those stores that I just named in some shape, form, or fashion. You're going to see something from the house of Calvin Klein, and it's interesting. I was going to take the 50 mil I took the 50 mil to work with me, and I was going to I was going to sell it to one of my compadres at work. He took one look at it and saw that it was Calvin Klein, and he was like, I don't like Calvin Klein. He sprayed it on and was like, it smelled good though. He didn't want anything to do with it. I'm just like it made no sense to me. I'm just like, huh? And of course, one of the ladies that I work with saw it and thought I was giving it away. She's like, I'll take it from my grandson. This thing, I know she swooped it up and ran off with it. And I was just like, it is what it is though. But he wasn't interested in it because it was Calvin Klein. And I'm just like, bro, you have no idea. You have no idea. But maybe he just, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. But he wasn't interested in it. And I think a lot of people have that same stigma when it comes to Calvin Klein. They're just like, It is what it is. My objective is to smell good. So I will wear Calvin Klein if you want. Okay. These next two are from the same house. And the house is Milestone. Milestone. And these are the fragrances that you'll see at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. I can't say that I've seen them at Ross or Burlington or any place like that. But they're from Milestone. And this one is from the Velvet collection, and it is Desert Oud. Great bottle, nice presentation, also sprays real well. And this one is ombre leather, and they are making no attempts to hide what they are cloning in this one. And this one is a clone of Tom Ford's ombre leather, and it is pretty close. It is pretty close to the point. These fragrances are for the $15 that you're going to pay for them. If I come across a Milestone fragrance, it's almost an automatic buy for me. It's almost an automatic go. I don't even care if it's a scent profile of something that I have, because for the $15 that I'm going to pay for it, I know it's going to be a good fragrance. So why not? Why not? I mean, for the $15 that I'm gonna pay, why not? So yeah, this is a clone of ombre leather, and it is a doggone good one, as my boy Corbin Woods would say. This one, Desert Oud, I'm not really sure what it's cloning, but oud is in it. You can tell that the oud is in it, and it is a great smooth oud. And when I tell you for $15 that these Milestone fragrances perform and perform and perform, they go. And for the price that you pay for them, I think they're really good fragrances. And what I would say to you is, don't look at it like you're buying a clone, or don't look at it like you're buying a budget-friendly fragrance. Just look at it like you're adding a nice scent to your repertoire, especially with the cooler months coming up. These are the type of fragrances that you're gonna want to wear date night or something like that, and it only takes a spritz or two. And I've tried to hammer home to you guys, most women like oud. It's not the type of scent that little girls are gonna like, but women, like the smell of oud, especially if you dress it properly and wear it properly. You know, so Desert Oud is a good one. Again, I'm not sure what that's cloning, but it is what it is. It smells good. This next one, I just picked one because I have several from this house. I love this house. I love the simplicity of the bottles. I think they look really, really good. I think the presentation from the packaging that they come in to the bottle that they come in is nice. I think it is A1. And it's from the house of Banana Republic. And I think this is part of the Icon line. I'm not real sure, but this is 83 Leather Reserve. Because I thought these were part of the Icon line. And then I heard someone say that it was just the later releases, the colored bottles like Metal Rain and Tobacco and Tonka and those. But if you see the Banana Republics in the box with the little coffin, no, it's not coffin style flips up, with the little book style that slides out. I haven't smelled anything from Banana Republic that comes out in those style of boxes that doesn't smell good. To me, they all smell good and they do exactly what they're supposed to do, especially for the $19 to $25 that you will pay for them. And this one is no exception. Again, nice solid cap, great bottle. As you see, I have them on display because I think they look really, really nice. I do. I think they look really, really nice. And this one is Leather Reserve, and it's just what you think it is. Vintage Green is good as well. I mean, so many of them. Oh, man. That is a punch in the face. This is a powerhouse fragrance. Think old school barbershop leather with a hint and touch of green. Good fragrance. I just think it's a good fragrance. I'm gonna put him back up there. Go home, hang out with your brothers a little while. But yeah, that's that. I'm almost done here, guys. I ain't gonna keep you a whole lot longer. This next one is one. The first people I heard talk about this was my boy. I gotta put respect on his name when I say it. Grown Man Styles. If he was doing the video, it would be some applause or some balloons or something dropping. Grown Man Styles and Mr. Goldie Smells Good. These are the first two people I heard talk about this fragrance, and it is from the house of Lamborghini, and it is Millennials. Now, beware with this fragrance. Does it smell good? Yes. Is this an old school powerhouse pungent fougere? Yes. The only complaint about this fragrance is on my skin, I don't get much performance out of it. Is that a big deal for the price? No, because I have tons of decants. So if it's that important to me, I will fill up a 5 ml decant and take it with me. Again, is this the type of fragrance that you're gonna turn the head of a young lady with? No, it's not. This is unapologetic grown man juice. And that's who I would suggest you wore this around. To me, this is a budget-friendly Tom Ford Beau de Jour type of fragrance. So I would dress this one up. If you're looking for a budget-friendly, super classy, dressy type of fragrance, Millennial is that. If you've got teenage boys and they always stealing your juice, you ain't got to worry about them stealing this one unless they extra kind of special. They got it because this is a man's juice. I can't see a 17 or 18-year-old wanting to wear this, but I like the scent profile of the fragrance. It's definitely one I reach for in the cooler climates. But yeah, it's one I also spray on a lot for myself because sometimes you just have to wear a fragrance for yourself, fragrance that you like for yourself. Okay, this next house or line is one that has been around for a long time. Several fragrances. It has a couple that are pretty popular. The house, I'll just go ahead and tell you, is Tommy Bahama, and this is from the Maritime line, and this one is Deep Blue. I have a couple from Tommy Bahama, from the Maritime line, and I think they're all pretty doggone good. These are a little bit more, even at the rack stores. These are about $30, but I think $25 to $30. But I think it's worth it. I mean, they're nice, fresh fragrances. They're fragrances that you don't have to overthink. I think the bottle and presentation is beautiful, and they just smell good. Very easy to wear, very relaxed. They all have a marine, salty accord to them in some shape, form, or fashion. Their cologne concentration, I think these are cologne concentrations. Like my eyes gonna focus on that. Most of everything from Tommy Bahama is cologne concentration, and everybody knows St. Bart's and St. Kitts, and those are good. Those are really good as well. But holding it down, representing the house of Tommy Bahama, it is, which one is this? Maritime Deep Blue. And at one time I was seeing these at my local Bells/Burks all the time, and I know you can get them at Burlington, and they're worth the price of admission. If you see them for $24, $25, I don't think you would be making a bad choice or bad decision if you picked it up. Tommy Bahama, and it smells good. And this is again Maritime Deep Blue, but I think they smell really, really good. I think this was the last one that I bought. It was Maritime Journey, and I wore this to work first part of the summer, and it stuck with me. Man, for a large part of that's nice. That's nice. Let me paint this one for you real quick. This one right here. Easy. I could see me wearing this, you know, when I slide out, because I'm thinking about taking a trip to Biloxi this October. I've been saying I'm gonna go. I need to just take some time off and get my head right, you know, just, you know, for me. So I could see me wearing this, you know, maybe going to the casino, or maybe just, which I don't do a lot of gambling, but maybe just, you know, deciding I'm gonna walk down the beach and just watch the sunset, just sit on the bench and watch traffic behind me, which I love traffic, by the way. I don't know, I always have. I guess because I grew up on the highway, the sound of cars and the traffic just reminds me of, you know, my life. But I could just see me just relaxing, looking at the ocean and just taking the scenery and just taking a minute to enjoy life and taking it all in, and wearing this with just a nice V-neck t-shirt, maybe some jeans and a pair of sneakers, or, you know, some joggers and a pair of sneakers and just a t-shirt, and just taking it. I know that ain't typical beach attire, but I'm not the biggest guy to wear shorts and stuff like that. So, but just taking it all in and just, you know, living in the ambiance. Yeah, this is really good. Or let's just say you just had a day you want to run errands and you just want it to be super simple, and you just put on a pair of flip-flops, a pair of khakis, and a white t-shirt. Bam. That's what this is, and a ball cap. Simple, but nice at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I think Tommy did a really, really good job with this, and I don't know why this line didn't get more love. I think it's one more from the line I've got to get, or it may just be those three. I may have all of them, but if not, I'm gonna pick them up. Excuse me. This next one, definitely, this line was definitely making its way around Burlington. Yeah, Burlington, and it's a parfum concentration that you can pick up for $6. And the house is Nissan. This particular one is Armada. I have Nissan Armada, I have Patrol, and I think GTR. This is probably the most famous one out of the group. And it is a clone of Green Irish Tweed, or Cool Water. And it says right there on the bottle, parfum concentration. And for the price, I think it's good. A lot of people said they bought it and then gave it to somebody or whatever. Excuse me. And I can totally see that, but I ain't giving it away. It's a good fragrance. It's a really good fragrance. Is it a lot like Cool Water? It is. It is. So what? It smells good. It smells good, and you know, I wear it. You know, especially on those days where I know I'm not leaving the house because I'm fixing to watch football all day. I got me some wings in the air fryer or whatever. I like it. It makes a good work scent, make a good gym scent. It just smells good. This fragrance does exactly what it's supposed to do. But anyway, from the house of Nissan, it is Armada. And that's a good one. Okay, I got 2 left, and these are the last 2. And I like them both. Bottle's a little bit gimmicky, but this is a house that their clothing is very, very expensive. I mean, a t-shirt will cost you about $60 if you're not careful. And I think it's a California-based company. So the house is Hollister. And this is Festival Vibes. And this is Festival Night. I gotta be honest with you guys. Both of these are gems. This one's a little bit sweeter, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah. Night is a good name for that. Now, again, is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, sir. It is not. This is not a square wheel rolling. It is a good fragrance. Very youthful, very energetic, very playful, very sweet, great for the nighttime. I could see that being worn on the beach, sitting around a bonfire, making s'mores, cooking hot dogs, whatever you do. You know, drinking a few Coronas, you know, skipping seashells in the sea, whatever. Just something extremely casual, extremely light. I could easily see that being good for that type of occasion. Now, Festival Vibes is just what it says. Yeah, to me, life is all about that vibe. That smells good. And again, same thing. This one to me has more of a daytime energy though, but it has that same energy. It's that same energy, that same effervescent vibe, that same let's just chill. I ain't trying to do nothing stressful today, and I ain't even starting that till at least 1 o'clock. So that's the vibe that I get from Hollister fragrances, and I like them. I like them, especially for the price point. Now I think I got every one of these from Burke's, which is now Bell's. I think. But nonetheless, they're not expensive fragrances, especially compared to the price of their clothing. Very youthful. I think any age can wear these fragrances, especially starting at 13 or 14 up. But I do think they smell good. I have one more. This is Festival Vibe, Festival Nights. I have one more in that Festival line. I can't see it. I ain't even gonna try to get it because I've been knocked all of that down. But nonetheless, it's in the red bottle. I can't think of what the name of it is. But nonetheless, it smells good as well. But these represent Hollister. You may see these at some of your rag stores. Yeah, I tried to stay away from the fragrances that I've picked up that I've only seen a handful of times. Like at one time, you know, the Eldorados, the Camera Eldorado Kingdom, and that's a great fragrance, but I haven't seen it a lot. I saw it that one time, I bought it that one time, that's been it. And I only saw it at 1 or 2 TJ Maxx's. So, but these right here I've seen multiple times, multiple TJ Maxx's, you know, from city to city, coast to coast. So I think you won't have much of a problem finding something from these houses. And it's just a little bit of a buyer's guide, just a little, in case you've been wondering, are these fragrances worth picking up? They are. They are. I think so anyway. I definitely think they're worth picking up and adding to your collection. And Christmas time is coming up, and it's never too early to start preparing for Christmas. So if you've got a youngster and you're thinking about maybe jump starting them and getting them some fragrances, if you should see these, I think all of these, with the exception of Millennial, I think all of these would be, you know, what is it they used to say about, what was it, Kicks? Kid friendly, mother approved, or whatever. I think all of these would be the same way. Really good, solid fragrances, I think, for anybody, no matter how deep or vast your collection is. I think you would be able to find something here, you know, that you would like. All right, guys, that's it, man. That's it. That is it. It's Wednesday night, hump day, which is Thursday for me. I've got one more day this week, and I am so ready to knock it out so I can get get on to the weekend. What about them Irish? They pulled off another one, didn't they? Got another win over NC State. That was a good, satisfying victory for me. But anyway, and what about them Buffaloes? What about Colorado? What about Colorado, man? I ain't heard a Roll Tide all week either. I ain't heard a Roll Tide all week. The Bama fans been quiet. It's been pleasant. It's been a real pleasant week in the state of Alabama. But anyway, guys, man, listen. Again, thank you all so much for being the best part of the channel and supporting your boy. And listen, if you stuck around to the end of this video, listen, guys, listen. We ain't getting no younger, and nothing is promised to us. So if you got an opportunity to enjoy yourself, enjoy your day, go do something nice. Go do something special. Call up an old friend. Or just go do something for yourself, because you know what? We work hard, we're responsible, and sometimes that gets old. You know what I'm saying? So in order to live people ask me at work, and this is what I'm known for saying. People are like, "How are you?" I say, "I'm great. I'm living the dream." And they'll stop and go, "I like that. I need to get that trademark." But I mean, really, you only have one life, so we gotta live this dream, man. We gotta live it. You gotta make every day count. Every day, you gotta make it count. So my encouragement or word to you or whatever, starting tomorrow, find some time in the day for yourself to do something that you enjoy. Whether it's fishing, even if you can't go down to the lake or whatever, maybe you can go out there and just play with your fishing pole, or wash your car, or clean your gun, or you just whatever. Anything to bring you just a little bit of happiness, because life is short, man. And one of these days we're gonna be out of here, including myself. So with that being said, man, listen, I love you all. I really do, and I appreciate all of you being the best part of this channel. So I'm gonna get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it. Happy Thursday to all of y'all, which is my Friday. So I'm getting ready to start the weekend and my shenanigans all over again. So with that being said, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.